In this video, what I'm going to do is talk about the follow-up emails. So in the first video, we looked at like the admin notification. Now, if you get sick of just getting an admin notification, you can switch it off. But I'd say keep an eye on it because you might be getting lots of spam notifications. And if SPN have only given you like 300 seats and 100 of those are spam, then you want to know about that and remove them as they're coming in. Obviously, we'll put a capture in or something to address that, but leave it as it is for the time being and set the admin email up to whoever's managing this registration process. Could be the web administrator, it could be someone else. Okay, so once everyone's registered, so up until, let's say, the morning before, so at 9 a.m., you say, okay, registration is now finished, okay? And you turn that off, so people won't get a registration thank you email again, right? The next thing you want to do is turn on your Zoom meeting ID notification, because that's what we're going to send out next, okay? So I can edit this, and you can change the name of this, of course, translate it into your own like language. There's an image there. It's a bit of instructions. We'll have a look at it. Obviously, translate this, and there are things here that you probably want to check, change, and kind of make sure they're suitable for your country. Like, so open at whatever your time is. You'll obviously put in a meeting ID when SPN give you it. So SPN will give you the meeting ID or how to join the meeting. They might give you a meeting ID and password, in which case you'd put the password underneath it. However, date and time, these are things I can't fill in for you. You have to do that yourself based on whatever your day your darshan is. They've also put in this thing in that they would like people to put in what country they're from. They no longer have to put in a unique ID name because that's generated through the bhaktimarga.org website. It's just simply they book with their name and ideally a country after it, so they can tell, SBN can tell how many people out of each country have actually turned up. All right. Okay, this process or the wording and the kind of instructions in these emails might get changed as we do more and more online darshans going forward, but this is what they told me to do at the start of this process. So you may be watching this in a few months' time and things may be slightly tweaked, but there we go. That's where we're currently at. So that is the notification for the second email. Okay, so imagine you are now the web administrator. You've got your meeting ID and password, or just the meeting ID from SPN. You've put it in there, right? You go down here, you press save. So if, in this case, I'm going to do a meeting ID. I'm going to keep the red because I like it, and it's that, right? That's the meeting ID that SPN have given you, and that's what you're going to send to everyone. Press update notification, and that means that's now saved, right? So they are now sitting at home. They are waiting for their second email. You as the web admin come into here. Okay, so this is quite important. I can't demonstrate it because I've only got one booking. But when we tested this in the testing phase, Google Mail or Gmail flagged the second email blast as a promotional email, so people didn't get it in their inbox if we sent any more than 5. Now you might stretch that a little bit more than 5. You might be able to go to 10 if you've got like 600 people, but certainly I'd say don't send any more. If you can, do 5, because we know that works and it gets through the spam filters. But if you send a bulk email, let's say we tick this and we just sent 600 emails in one go from this website using a shared hosting account, Google's going to flag that as a spam bulk sent email, and people aren't going to receive the email. So it takes literally about, to send 100 emails at a five a go takes 1 minute. So it's not a big job, but it's just a bit of a pain. You've got to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then press resend notification, apply, Zoom meeting ID, and then you just press resend, right? And then once that sends, you go on to the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, present. That is the only way that we can stop, 100% guarantee that the emails will go into spam mail, only in Gmail. All the other email clients worked fine. It was just Gmail that flagged it as spam. So that's the only caveat with sending out all of these at the same time. But you'll notice I've now got this is me as the customer, as the person who's booked. This is the meeting ID. This is the time and the date. This is the instructions. I just copy and paste this, open up my Zoom, join a meeting, boom, I'm good to go, right? But I'm going to put in Ireland there because that's what they asked me to do. Now, that's not imperative. It won't block them out if they just don't do that. They're still getting in if you send them that, right? Join and you're good to go. Okay, so that should be that process. You can obviously customize that second email to suit your country needs and time zones, but essentially that is the second email, right? Now that we've done that, we're moving on to the third email. Okay, so you can send as many emails as you like, but they're all called notifications. All right. So imagine that a few hours have passed, and you want to follow up and send a thank you for attending email, and we're going to redirect you to a page called an After Darshan page. Okay, so let's have a look at this. We'll look at it after I've sent it. So essentially, what you're going to do is uncheck these, turn these two off, because if you leave these on and you send out that follow-up email, they're going to receive all three notifications. All right, so just to be sure, turn those first two off because that's now passed. We're just going to use the follow-up email. I go to entries, I click on, again, 5 at a time or maximum 10. I can't guarantee if 10 will get through all of Gmail's spam filters. Certainly 5 will. I'm going to do where entries are here. Resend notification, right? I'm going to select the follow-up email, right? I resend that, and you'll see that it comes in pretty quick. Online Darshan booking, Darshan follow-up email. Jagura Dev, you want to add a link to your After Darshan page here, okay? So let's find out what that is and where it is, okay? So in my website, go to all pages. Oh, After Darshan is up here, look. After Darshan view. I'm going to grab that link. This is this doesn't do anything at the moment. Add a testimonial. I know in America they used a Google form for that. You could send people to a Google form to get feedback. You could create a Gravity form, or you could do something else, send them to Facebook or something and to leave a testimonial there. That'll be individual for each country. I'll leave that up to you. But this is just a page that tells people a bit more about Bhakti Marga and some other things that they can do. Check all the links here, and all the links do stuff and go somewhere and not back to this template website. All right, so that's something you have to do. Right, so that's my After Darshan page. What I want to do, right, is I want to change that follow-up email. Am I in the right place? Follow-up email, and I'm going to add that link to that here. Okay. So let's try this. I'm going to paste that in. Yep. I'm going to say After Darshan. Now you can obviously change this link to whatever you want. You can even use the actual real URL and just delete that. It's up to you, right? I'm going to press save, right? And I'm going to resend that and just have a look. And hopefully that should work. So the idea was SBN wanted like a follow-up email, like if you wanted to keep in touch with us, subscribe here, follow us on Facebook, check out more about Bhakti Marga on this After Darshan page. All right, so let's just resend out that last notification. Click that one, resend notification, follow-up email. Boom, let's have a look. It's landed. Online Darshan, so I click on that, and then it takes me to a new web page, and this is all of the content about the After Darshan content. Okay, so that's how you send out the second and third emails, you go into entries, you obviously make sure that you're going to send the right notification in 1, 2, or 3, and then just go to entries, select on ideally 5 at a time, resend notifications, and then pick which one you're sending. Just make sure that if you're sending out the second one, that the second one is checked and it's on in notifications, and then you turn it off after you've sent the meeting ID, and then you do the same for the third one. So turn the second one off, turn the third one on, and just whichever one you're doing, resend, and then they'll only send that one email out, okay? And that's it.